Welcome to the Faith Stories of Our Savior's Lutheran Church. Today we're going to be talking with Bert Marth. Many of you know Bert as one of our usual lectors on a Sunday morning. She was also part of confirmation and led a group of girls through confirmation in a small group, which I had forgotten, but you'll hear more about that in her faith story. And she's also a big part of the American Legion here in New Ulm and has done so much for our community through American Legion, and that's what most of us know her for. So Bert, can you tell me, how do you serve God?
Well, by one of my ways is by lecturing, and then I work with a lot of young people, and that to me is serving God.
And yeah, you've been a small group leader in confirmation too for many years.
Yeah. I spent 5 years with a group of girls in confirmation.
Oh, that's wonderful. And as they grew up, you got to be with them.
I was with them from 7th grade until they were confirmed.
Oh, that is so important. I love that. I love that.
And one of them was my great-granddaughter.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Caitlin.
Yeah, Caitlin. Oh my gosh.
Who is 23 tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, time flies. I remember when she was, gosh. So has there been a time in your life that you've had to call on your faith for guidance?
Yes, way back in the 60s, I was married to Jim Marth, and we had 3 young children, and he contracted cancer.
Oh.
And he was sick for about a year, but he passed away in April of 1966.
Oh my.
Our kids were 4, 8, and 9.
Wow.
So I needed a lot of faith.
Right. And you raised those kids.
Yeah,
That's
I raised them, and I'm proud to say they all 3 turned out to be good people, and they're all hard workers, so what more could you ask for?
Exactly. That's wonderful. So can you tell me who's been influential in your faith story?
My parents were. My dad didn't attend church a lot. He worked a lot of Sundays, but he always made sure Mom and I got to church.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And
was it a small church, or where did you grow up?
I grew up in Helena, Montana.
Oh.
And I think that I was thinking about my confirmation time. At that time, the church was a very small, very old church. And by the time I got through confirmation to be confirmed, we were in the new church, which was much bigger.
Oh.
And I was there then until I left there in 1953.
So you actually grew up with that church. The church was small when you were younger, and then it got bigger and bigger until you were confirmed.
It was an old building, and I remember it was right across the street from the main hospital in Helena.
Oh, okay.
And back in the years when I was growing up, Helena was about 18 to 20,000.
I was just going to ask you that. I don't even know how big Helena
and today it is about 65,000.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So it's one of the few communities I go to where I have to figure out where I am.
Well, I bet it was wonderful growing up there, though.
Yeah.
That's nice. When do you feel closest to God?
I guess when I'm in church, in the sanctuary.
Mm-hmm. In that same
and
field?
Also when I'm out walking in the wild, so to speak.
Yep, nature can do that for us.
Mother Nature means a lot.
Yep. So did you? I know you had said that you grew up with horses. Did you grow up on a ranch or a farm?
Well, I literally grew up on the back of a horse. I was 5 when we had been on a ranch in western Montana, rural Montana, and we moved back to Helena, which is where I had been born.
Okay.
And of course that was not too many years before by the World War II started when I was quite young.
Okay.
And my dad spent the war years working. Fort Harrison, Fort William Henry Harrison is in New Ulm, or in Helena.
Oh, interesting.
And they trained paratroopers there.
Oh my.
And so that's where I learned to volunteer.
Right.
Every Sunday, my dad would go out and pick up 3 or 4 soldiers and bring them home for dinner.
Nice.
And more often than not, we had waffles, because that was something they didn't get, at the mess hall, and that was what they wanted.
Oh, that's really nice. I love that. So, you had told me that your mom was a cook at camp. So what camp was she a cook at?
I don't remember the name of it. It was a church camp.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was, I don't even remember where it was located. I think it was probably up toward Lincoln, which would have been about 40 miles out of Helena,
Okay.
up in the mountains.
And did you ever attend that camp besides your mom being a cook there?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Well, it sounds like a wonderful place to grow up, though.
Yeah.
I've never been there, but I would love to go sometime.
Oh, yeah. It's a beautiful area.
Yeah. What do you remember about confirmation? It was you had started small, but how big a class was it when you were confirmed?
I would say there were about 20 in the early 20s of us.
Okay.
And I remember one thing. It was an accident. I went to sit down in the chair, and the boy behind me pulled the chair out from under me.
Oh my gosh!
And I had been speaking.
Oh. And then boom.
Needless to say, he got in big trouble.
I'll bet, but it was an accident. Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, he was being funny.
Yeah, they think that's funny. Yeah. So, what's one of your favorite hymns?
Amazing Grace is probably my most favorite one.
Oh, I know. I love that hymn. Anytime, however it's done, I love Amazing Grace. And do you have a favorite Bible verse or Bible story?
John 3:16. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son.
Yep, that's wonderful. And you pray every day. When's your favorite time to pray?
When I crawl in bed at night,
Nice and quiet. That's one of my
think
favorite
about
times.
what has happened during the day, and
Yep,
thank the Lord for getting me through another day.
that's right. We're grateful for
At my
everything.
age, you bet.
Yeah. And do you have a favorite go-to prayer?
Oh, probably the Lord's Prayer would be one of my favorites.
Yeah, yeah. And a favorite psalm?
The 23rd.
Yeah. It's so comforting.
As a part of the American Legion, I am not active with it right now, but I, for many years, was with the Honor Guard,
Oh, right.
and I was their chaplain.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
So is there special duties that goes along with that, being the chaplain of the Honor Guard?
At the funeral, at the cemetery.
I remember you were at my dad's funeral.
We have we have this special program.
Right. Yeah, that's so sweet.
I've kind of backed down from that now, but I...
Well, you did it for many years, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what
I
does
did it. I was doing it before the Honor Guard is put together now, long before that was even formed.
Oh, really?
The man who got me involved worked with my husband at 3M, and he was a chaplain, and he couldn't always leave work to do it. So Darla said, "I think Bert would do it." So he got me started. That was back probably about 1980.
But that's such a special service for families, and that just the presence alone. But it's just a wonderful service.
I've done a couple in the last year when the family has requested that I do it.
I would believe that to be true. Yeah, nice. So, what does Our Saviors mean to you?
It's just kind of like my family.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The people here love each other. We are like a family and like to serve each other and like to see each other. And it's been wonderful to see you today on our video. So thank you, Bert, very much for your time.
I'm a pleasure to do it.
Thank you.